This is the first video in my 4-part series of diving into certain items that sell on eBay and giving you guys a little bit more information on them. And today I'm going to be talking about hair tools. So last year I started selling hair tools in about May, and I made over $5,000 from May until December just off of hair tools. Now, not all hair tools sell. It really depends on model number. Everybody always asks me, like, what brand should I be looking for? And it's not really so much about a brand. It's more about model numbers. And sometimes social media can make things popular. So it's also about if there's a fad going on with a certain hair tool. Just like anything else, price, condition, sell-through rate, that type of thing really makes a big difference when I decide whether or not I should be picking something up. So in one of my videos a couple weeks ago, I picked up around 10 sets of hot rollers and I only paid $1.80 for them. So that's the reason why I decided just to pick up that entire box. It wasn't even worth me looking up model numbers because I knew on the low end, if I was selling a set for $15, I was making a huge profit off of that. So I was okay with just purchasing everything for $1.80 a set and then rolling the dice and seeing what happens. But that is not always the case. So it's really important, if you watch this video, make sure you're still looking items up. You don't just buy something because you had seen me mention it in this video. Again, price is huge, sell-through rates change. Always look something up before you purchase it to resell. When you go to comp your item, make sure you're looking at something that's in the exact same condition. So if your item is used, filter by used and only look at the used prices. So for instance, I just sold this set of hot rollers. These are from, I believe, 91 or 94. So these had the original box, so it made things a lot easier. So usually on the box, the model number will be there. This one, it's right down there in that corner. So it was easy to price these. Now, the tricky thing along with anything, but especially things like hair tools, not everybody who sells items on eBay is a reseller. I just realized what I said right here. Technically, everybody who sells on eBay is a reseller. What I'm trying to say is some people do this for fun and they don't take it too serious, but I struggle to get those words out. Not everybody who sells stuff on eBay does this for a living, or some people just do this for fun. Some people just do this to sell items around the house. So you cannot trust all comps. So the comps on these hot rollers ranged from $7 all the way up to $40 in used condition. So you really have to, how do I say this? So sometimes it can be a little tricky pricing your items, and I usually go with the average. I want my items to sell. So this had the box, used condition with the box. So I went on the high end. I went $39.99 and they sold within 2 weeks, which is pretty quick for a set of rollers. Especially a set that is not like a true Bolo. Now, these are very, very popular. These have a very high sell-through rate. If I ever find these again, I would definitely pick these up, this specific model number. So if you find hot rollers not in the box, usually, just like kitchen appliances, the model number will be on the bottom. So using the model number to get an actual representation of the item you're looking at is super important. Always look by the model number. Do not look by the picture or what your item looks like. You want to go by the model number. Here's a little bit of something that I learned while researching for this video is if you have 2 sets of the identical rollers, you can get a little bit more than double the price if you sell these together. So for anybody who has used hot rollers, especially these older sets that have like the different sizes, so sometimes your favorite roller might be the medium and there's just not enough in one container, so 2 works better. So if you have 2 of the same, list them together as a set. Now the other thing is I don't test hot rollers at all, ever. Of course, I hate to say that because different areas, different prices, but I've never seen a set of hot rollers other than that estate sale for over, I'd say, $6 in my area. So I never test them because if they don't work, I will sell just the rollers. And some sets, just the rollers, sell for just as much as a full set. So I never test hot rollers. Again, I will just sell the rollers individually. And what I normally do is in a set like this, I would take out all of the small ones and group those together, make that a lot. All of the large ones, group those together. And sometimes I will split them up, sell 4 large in one lot, 4 large in another lot. So I never test my rollers. And just to give you guys a little idea of how different prices can be, these 2 sets of hot rollers are the exact same thing. They sold on the exact same day, and they are, one is 50% cheaper than the other. So again, do your research, look for that average sell price and price based off of averages. Okay, before I dive in and show you guys some of the popular hair tools that I look for, I just want to show you why it's really important to recheck comps, especially any comps. If you're watching this video months from now, check comps. Do not just buy something because I mention it in the video. So this screenshot is from a video I made in my Bolo group a year ago, almost exactly a year ago. This hair tool was selling between $60 and $70, and it had over a 100% sell-through rate. Now, these are the exact same rollers. They're selling for on average $25. There's 72 listed and 31 have sold. So it has below a 50% sell-through rate. So I would still pick these up if I only paid $2 for these. Last year, I would have paid as much as $12 to $15 for this set. Now, not so much. So again, always check comps. If I sound a little paranoid, it's because I am. The information I share on my videos, I want to help people, not somebody get stuck with a whole bunch of hot rollers because they watched one of my videos and they felt like because I said so that they should pick them up. Really important to always do your own research, always check comps, especially if you're watching older videos, and just for your own peace of mind. Don't just go off of what somebody on a video is telling you. Do your own research. Now I will get into the good stuff and what you guys should be looking for as of right now, and it is currently June of 2024. Okay, so the first one I'm just gonna get out of the way because I feel like this one is kind of a well-known hot roller Bolo, and that one is the Remington Tight Curls. So these ones are easy to spot because they're always gonna be that blue roller, and they are all the same size. All the rollers are the exact same circumference. None of them will be bigger, smaller, medium. They're all across the board the same size. So these are very popular with pageant girls and dance girls because they give a really nice, tight, even curl. These ones are the ones that I was speaking about, how sometimes the rollers can sell for just as much as the entire set. I sold a set recently with no pins for, I believe it was $55, and then I sold the complete set for $70 just 2 weeks ago. Next one, I actually have some, is the Remington Body Waves, and last year, this would have already sold. I would have sold it for about $70. This year, these are kind of tanking a little bit in price. I should still be able to get about $30 for these, and they have a really good sell-through rate. Now, these ones come in different colors. I've seen them in purple, blue, green, and pink. So again, the Body Waves, and this one, I easily spot this one because of the color of the rollers and then also the shape. I have another one. Let me go grab those. So exact same thing. These are the Body Waves, and I don't know, it kind of has like this shape to it. So that's how I spot these ones. This set has no pins. I still should be able to sell this one for probably about $25. And again, I picked these up because of how cheap I got them. I don't mind holding on to this type of thing for a little while because I know they will sell and I hardly paid anything for them. But that's my business model. That might not be yours, so do what works for you. Okay, another set. I still have these. These ones are slowing down as well. These are the GE Speed Setters. And this one, the pins are kept up here. I don't have a full set of pins, so I think that's kind of slowing mine down. And the market's just a little bit saturated right now, but these sell for about $40 to $45. One is going to be the Vidal Sassoon Jet Setter Hair Setter. So this is a really small set. I'm going to pop some up right here. And there's currently 6 listed and 37 have sold. That is like an amazing sell-through rate. So these, I'd say the average sell price, if you have it complete with all the clips are so important. So if you have the clips, I wouldn't take anything less than $45 for this. Some people are selling it up to $55. And then there is a sold listing for $65 plus shipping. So this is a really great set. Someone sold one roller for $8. So definitely, again, you don't have to test hot rollers if you don't want to. If you feel more comfortable testing them, definitely test them. Always clean them. So this next one is kind of a unicorn. It's a really hard to find one, and usually I do not like to add this type of stuff to my list. I don't want to say, oh, a Birkin bag is a Bolo and add it to a Bolo list, because of course a Birkin is a Bolo, but what are the chances you'll actually find one? And I feel like this might be one of those types of items, but I have found two of these. So that's why I feel like I can share this, because they are still out there and you can find them. And this is the Helene Curtis rollers. So it's called a designer set. These sell for, I'd say on average between $80 and $120. I should have got on Terapeak and pulled up some numbers for you guys. Let me do that real quick. Okay, you guys, I'm currently on Terapeak. So I'm looking here, and in January of 2024, a set sold for $145. Another set sold in October of 23 for $120. A set sold for $100 in 2022. So they're definitely out there on Terapeak. In the last 3 years, 70 sets have sold. So it's definitely a rare item, a hard to find item. But if you don't see a picture of this, you'll never know what you're looking for. So I feel like I should share this one with you guys. It's possible to find them, obviously. So I would not ask anything less than $75 for the smaller set. There are two different size sets, and it looks like the two that have sold in the last 90 days are the smaller sets. Right now, if you found a set, you would have the only set on eBay, and I would ask $135 for them, or best offer, and see what type of offers come in. Next up are these lady chic rollers, and these come in like an Easter egg array of colors. So these ones have almost 100% sell-through rate. There's currently 22 listed and 28 have sold. So this is prime example of sometimes you make more money when you part things out. Somebody sold a full set of these rollers for $40. And then this person sold a complete set without the pins for $24. So sometimes you can make more money on these items by parting them out. Find a full set of these. Do not take anything less than $60 for these. There are way too many sold for the $60 range. Do not take less than $60 for these. And let me also throw in there too, don't ever auction any of this stuff off. None of this stuff has enough of a following for you to be able to auction these off and get anywhere remotely close to their value. So auctioning items like this off just pulls down the value. So do not auction off any type of hot roller, hair tool, anything like that. Unless there's like a TikTok making something very, very popular, then I would say it would be safe to auction something like this off. But for the most part, do not auction off hair tools. So this set right here, the T3 volumizing hair rollers, it's a really small set. It comes in a bag, and there's only 8 rollers. There are a couple different sizes, but these ones have a really nice sell-through rate, and they sell for some good money. So definitely pick these up if you see these and the price is right. In order for something to be a Bolo, in my eyes, it doesn't have to sell for a ton of money. So I bought this set of hot rollers for $2 at a garage sale because of the sell-through rate. Now, I only sold these for, can't remember how much, I'll pop it up right here. So it wasn't a huge profit, but it was really fast money. So I will do this sometimes as well, just like the hot rollers that I picked up at the estate sale. I paid $1.80 for a set, and I sold them right here for $18. They sold, I want to say it took like a week and a half for them to sell. So I don't always look for something that I can purchase for $5 and sell for $90. If I can purchase it for $2 or less, and I'm going to sell it for $20 to $25, maybe even a little bit less, but it's going to be a really quick flip, I will pick it up. So don't just focus on the rollers in this video. when you're out at the thrift store, look up model numbers. Everybody always asks me, how do you know what to pick up? How do you know what rollers to pick up? I research at night. I'll pick a category on eBay. I'll start looking through. I'll see something that I kind of see is selling consistently, like I've seen it over and over. I'll write it down on a piece of paper. And then a little bit later, if I see more, I'll plug it into my search bar, see how many are listed, see how many are sold, and I'll take a mental note. So I do a lot of research like that every night. When I'm at the thrift store, if I see something and I've never seen it before, I'll look it up. So if I see a set of rollers and I've never seen them before, I'll plug in the model number, and whether they sell or they don't sell, I just learned something. So next time I see that set of rollers at a sale, I won't waste my time looking them up because I know either I'm going to purchase them or I'm not going to purchase them. Okay guys, so I'm going to wrap this video up. I just touched on this subject, but for the most part, these are all of the hot rollers that I look for. I am in the process of making a hair tool and general Bolo list. It will be free to my subscribers because I have shared this information in my subscriber Bolo groups. That will be out next Saturday when I release my next video in this series where I'm going to touch on linens. That video will probably be a little bit longer than this one. There are a lot of Bolo linens out there, and I'm going to touch on Ralph Lauren, Waverly, Cross-Sell, and some Pottery Barn. I'm a little rusty on Pottery Barn. I'm a lot stronger with Ralph Lauren, Cross-Sell, and Waverly, but there are some really good Pottery Barn patterns out there that you should be looking for as well. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. That's the whole point of this series that I'm going to be doing. Like I said, it's going to be a 4-part series, so for the next month, every Saturday, I will be putting out an extra video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you on my next video on Tuesday.